Good evening, morning, afternoon, freaks and geeks, and like I promised, finally, here is the review to Welcome to Monster High, what I like to call the reboot from hell. Now, in case you don't know, because it's been a few months, I was going to be reviewing 4 Monster High videos for the month of October. I got 2 done, and then stuff happened, health, and it's just been really hectic. I'm going to keep using that excuse because that is really what's happening. But I think what I'm going to do from now on is not rush things. Because then I feel stressed out. And I just don't want to release subpar quality. So today's review is Welcome to Monster High. The next one I'm going to do is the live action one. So let's get this done before I think about the live action one, because oh my god. So I am completely all in for updated graphics. I mean, if you look at Reboot, and if they really do like a reboot of Reboot right now, and they would have the same graphics as back then, it would be kind of like, oh, that feels nostalgic, but they can do better now. So I was excited for better models for Monster High, especially since all the ghouls looked the same. I mean, when you're boasting like having different freaky flaws, you'd expect them to look different. A lot of Monster High fans were calling for like the different types of people that kids would call out or make fun of, and just have the character be like, hey, I'm here, this is how I am, deal with it. That's the attitude that they give, but then they just have a whole bunch of just attractive young people. And there's not much variety, like Gloopia, their slime character. Her thing is like, oh, she can be very big, and that's embarrassing. It's like, I personally would have loved to have seen like a blob that's plus-sized. And she can't do anything about it. She can't, unlike all the other girls, she can't exercise to change her body shape. She can't eat right. Mainly because she dissolves whatever she eats. It's who she is. And I feel like they could have a segment where it's like people are making fun of her for her weight and the fact that she can't do anything about it and she feels bad about it. But like Frankie and her friends remind her, hey, you can't do anything about it. Why worry? If they're not going to like you, they don't deserve to be your friends. Because that is how it is in the real world. If you have people that are going to mock you for something you can't change, like your skin, then they're not worth being your friends. Another thing I like to bring forward is Operetta. Because her father is the Phantom of the Opera, he has like a huge scar across his face from a fire. She has a scar on her face. But what I like is that the scar is intricate. Like, it almost looks like musical notes. And the mask she wears is more of a fashion statement than trying to cover that up. Every single doll you look at, there will be just a small mask and you can see the lines of her scar. Also, I love how, like, don't really point that out in the show. It's her. So, that's my thoughts on what should have happened going forward. But let's take a look at what they did with a reboot.
Normal is relative.
Well, I see Draculaura's voice is still irritating. However, I am digging the new CG. Before it's like while they're talking, like, their heads bobbled a little bit. And they got different models, but
I'm almost 1,600 years old. I'm extremely responsible. I do all my chores, maintain every single cobweb in this house.
Wait. They made Draculaura into a streamer? A streamer. Interesting. But the camera's able to pick her up? That doesn't make sense. I mean, personally, I never really thought that with vampires not being seen by, like, not having a reflection was kind of silly, because they're physically there. But if you're going to have the lore that you can't see them in the mirror, the camera's not going to be able to pick them up either. And we're just 4 minutes into the video, and they're already glossing over Draculaura's backstory.
Not all vampires get the bat transformation on their first try.
So just the whole, like, she could do her vampire powers. She's a late bloomer and all. Just throw that out the window. Doesn't even matter. We're gonna have to do a great start. So I am liking the new design of the models and the dolls. Well, at least they're deluxe dolls. I mean, the smaller dolls, that, like, their joints are locked. You can't really pose them, which is what really sold the old dolls perfectly well. Why change that? And Frankie shows up.
No, what are you doing?
One of us!
So Draculaura is the main character in this one, and all of the monsters are in hiding. Okay, we're working the girl's backstory. That's fine. That's okay. I still feel like you don't have to rewrite the characters in order to, like, update the graphics. It's like, oh, new graphics, new story. I don't think you need to do that. But Draculaura and Frankie creates Monster High?
Or we could just call it Monster High! Monster High!
What? Oh. I hate this trope where the movie gives too much power to the students. It's like, oh, let's create a school for, like, monsters to come in, like, not have to worry about the outside world and whatnot, and so there goes everything. I mean, I was going to, like, do a whole bit of, like, well, there goes this, the lore of this movie. Well, there goes the lore of this movie. But no, they're just cutting everything. Like, the whole thing with Rebecca Steen, that's gone. But that also takes out part of Frankie's story. And the whole thing about, like, 13 Wishes with, like, Gigi being in the bottle in the, nope, that's gone now, too. And so Draculaura and Frankie go searching for more monsters to attend the school. They first find Claudine and her family. Alright, I can't get over this. I'm already going to have a suggestion here. So, Instead of Draculaura and Frankie just suddenly being like, hey, let's make a school. Let's pull Draculaura's live streaming into this. Because that almost seemed to be, hey, let's make this updated to, like, kids these days. Which is fine. I don't have a problem with that kind of stuff. But I think maybe Draculaura, her father being, like, protective and whatnot, doesn't want Draculaura to go to pretty much any school. She's, like, homeschooled. And it's rough for her. She wants to go meet people. She wants to know people, have connections. And so in her live streams, like, there's, like, only a few people that pop up. Ghoulia pops up. And she tells Draculaura all about Monster High. And so she like, gets all excited, talks to her dad about it. Her dad's not sure about it or whatnot. At some point in the conversation, it's mentioned that Frankenstein's monster has a daughter and she's homeschooled and she's okay with it. And like a prove it kind of thing. It's like, oh, okay, I'll invite Frankie over, and they talk and they find out, no, Frankie's not fine with being homeschooled either. So they go searching for more monsters that don't know about Monster High, and they form a big group that's like, yeah, we would like to go to this school. So there. The school gets to keep their enriched history. The girls get their new, like, introduction story to the school. And things progress. But also a big thing I like about this is that we get to meet more of these monsters' parents. And I do believe that even just them being there helps enrich a story about kids. It's like they become more human. So, whatever. They build the school, and they're still trying to get more students to enroll. But Frankie and Claudine shows Draculaura about the monster web.
You gotta use the monster web.
There's a monster web? Your TCP/IP RIP ports are all glitchy. Let me just take care of this for you. Behold, the monster web. Available anytime, anywhere.
So the monsters have to have a separate internet. Okay, we'll just go with that. But again, they should have done this before, being like, oh, you're not using the monster web. Here, click. Oh, hey, what's this Monster High business? Anyway, so Dracula shows Draculaura this magic map transporter that's supposed to, like, teleport them to different places that has monsters, and they use this to find Cleo. And then they do a montage in the form of photos, and wait, so their parents become the teachers? What? Huh? I feel like we're missing a main character here, though. We've got Frankie, we got Cleo, we've got Claudine, we got Draculaura, and we got Laguna. See, I always have this problem when they got, like, these 6 main characters. It's like there's... Oh! Ghoulia's missing! You know, Cleo's kind of like sidekick. She has been always a staple because she's there with Cleo. And they cut her out. And I have a problem with them doing Dracula as the headmaster. I really loved Bloodgood. And Dracula doesn't really know what he's doing. You can't just be like, we're building a new school. I guess you're the headmaster. They should have hired someone that has, like, background in teaching. And they could have easily just been like, oh, here's this blood ghoul. Yeah, let's try her. So as we see more characters, it does seem like they did do different body types. So I guess my statement at the beginning is kind of null and void right now. But I also like how they don't beat it over your head. So Dracula promises that this human singer will come and sing at the school dance. And she does this while she's running for like class president. I'm kind of glossing over some things, but this is pretty much the important part of the entire movie. So they go to recruit Monica and her Zomboy army. Cute. But it turns out that they are the antagonist, and our ghouls did not know this. So she just comes off the bat as like, yeah, I'm your enemy, yeah.
We've already taken this cemetery back from the humans. Next, we'll conquer the entire human world!
So after doing a funny little battle with the Zomboys, we get back to the high school. It seems that Claudine now has a romantic interest.
Claudine was quickly becoming Monster High's resident fashionista.
Looking good, Claudine.
That's interesting. That's a thing now. Which I'm all for. So Monica shows up, and in true villain fashion, she attempts to take over the school.
Why hide? Vote for the monster with pride. Monica Decay for president!
How do they fit all that right in on that small ass thing? So, after their why hide speech, Monica gives them a why not eliminate the humans?
Why don't we just eliminate them? It's a whole lot easier than groveling at their feet to make peace.
Well, that was a switch. So, who would vote for her after that?
It's about the consequences. It's better to take what you want than ask permission. The humans have all the snacks you could desire.
Huh?
Right down that road.
Oh, someone like that. It seems like they're writing Monica to be the villain because pancakes. It's like, oh, I can do whatever you can do, I can do better. Let's go kill the humans because humans suck. There's no real reason for this. But, so I've noticed something during the, voting speech. Who is that? What is he? And is that supposed to be Abby? I have so many questions. But there was a redesign. It's hard to keep track with all the side characters. And it's these side characters that everybody that has watched the show before had fallen in love with. Back on track. Why does these people in these high school movies think that becoming the school president means like everything changes? They act like it's the most important thing in the world. Take a look at Equestria Girls. Oh crap! I mentioned that. I'm gonna have to review that now. God damn it. It's like Twilight Sparkle has to win the crown to get her element of friendship back. A lot of problems with that. Anyway, in Descendants, like Disney's Descendants, the whole plot is like the villain kids are supposed to like infiltrate the school and whatnot. It's just... You don't need to be the president to rally all the monster kind to go and eliminate the human race. If you lose, who cares? Just be like, hey, humans suck, let's go kill them. And I'm pretty sure 90% of the monsters would be like, yeah, you have a point. And we're here, we're like big and tough. It's like, we have powers that these humans don't. Let's just go eat them. But I also have a really good question here. How does Monica know about Dracula's obsession about Tash, but Frankie doesn't? Am I missing something? Let me know if I'm missing something in the comment section. So Monica challenged Dracula to get the human singer to perform for the monsters and not run and scream. But why? What's the point? God, it is so... Oh, God. Dracula Laura goes and sabotages Tash's van to try to talk to her. But Tash noticed that Dracula is a monster.
Of course. Anything for my biggest thanks. You're a...
And shishes and shoos her away. Meanwhile, the blob thing ate the food at a local gas station.
Some disturbing news has hit our quiet village, with a break-in reported at the local convenience store. Police have released this rather unusual sketch of the suspect.
So I guess Monica has crushed Dracula, but she and Frankie still wins the election. But the blob returns the food?
Breaking news! It appears that everything previously stolen in last night's robbery has been returned. Mostly unharmed.
And apologizes for it? That's gross. Don't eat that. So the girls hook up for the school dance. Really miss Claude at this point. Monica hijacks Tash's van and prove that humans can't mingle with monsters?
I'm hurt. You started the party without me. I even brought you a present.
Let me go, you monsters!
And they turn Monica into a zombie?
Anything to say to your beloved Tash before she joins my army?
Why? And then they have what I'm going to dare to say is the worst fight scene I have ever seen. Just go on your freaking rampage, for crying out loud. You don't have to convince these children. Especially if you have a zombie army. Zombies can't die. Well, unless they get shot in the head. But for crying out loud. Losing this fight doesn't matter. It means nothing. You could just still go out and go and rampage. It's that easy. Why? What? This is such a non-issue. But the worst part... the very worst part of this movie... Monica tries to turn Tash into a zombie. But it turns out she's already a ghost. The whole premise of Tash not freaking out over the monsters is trash. It's completely ridiculous. I think she should have stayed a human and known about monsters because her DJ is Jekyll Hyde. That would have been a really huge twist. And people that knows Monster High would have been like, oh snap! She has she has Jekyll Hyde. And he like throws on the headphones, turns into his monster, and does his usual, let's get this party started! That would have been amazing. That would have been the best twist in this movie. And it would just go to show that sometimes humans, especially in the modern age, won't care. It's like Hotel Transylvania. At the end of that, when Dracula goes out and tries to save his, saves his daughter. It's been a long time since I've seen the first one. But, there's like this whole, like kind of like a con, like a Comic-Con type thing of like monsters, which does happen. And everybody's like, holy crap, Dracula exists. Alright, vampires, provide the shade. And Dracula is like, wait, hold on, people love me? Hey, that will happen in real life. There's a lot of people out there that if they see a vampire, they won't be like, oh no, there's a vampire, kill it. They'd be like, oh, there's a vampire. Bite me. You know? So, that was Welcome to Monster High. It's trash. I mean, the graphics and the models were pretty good. And I am for reboots when it's like it needs an update. A look at Spider-Man. They've gone through like Spider-Man 1, 2, 3. Spider-Man fought the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Sandman, Venom, and what was supposed to be the Purple Goblin, I believe. But it was just Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin. And then they rebooted that because Spider-Man 3 was such trash. They're all like, you know what, we can do Spider-Man better. And they did. They actually kept with his thing where he had to build the web slinger. And they had I'm sorry guys. It's late. Names are lost on me. Gwen, I believe. Gwen as the romantic interest, and he fought the Lizard Man, which is what I was expecting. Because the whole, although I'm a little disappointed they didn't do the whole spider mutation, but well, whatever. And then they did the Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Shocker and Rhino. Was there a third villain? I don't know. I haven't seen that one yet. Sorry, but... And then... licensing issues and what have you, and the fact that Iron Man and the Avengers, and they were just like pumping out like just hits after hits. They decided to redo Spider-Man in Civil War, bypassing this entire backstory because we've already seen it twice. So then, Spider-Man goes on to fight the Vulture, pretty sure Mysterio, and then in No Way Home, he fights everybody again. And honestly, I don't know why I've waited so long. I really want to see that. But anyway, my point being, remakes can work. They can work well. This one didn't. Going to be reading from my notes real quick. For this remake, I believe they should have done Ghoul's Rule as their foundation of the remake. have the goals find each other, but like I said, to join Monster High, not rebuild it. Have Monica be under the notion that humans should be killed because humans equal bad. But run the side story of Jackson finding the human school and finding out that they like his transformation, that he fits in. Do the rescue party and have the Helsing girl plot happen with Monica thrown in as a look, I'm right realization type thing. But then Jackson's human friends comes and saves him, giving Monica a complex. Like, but these humans want to kill monsters, and these humans love monsters. What is my world? And then have the Gothic girl point out that there are bad apples among humans, just like there are among monsters. Gesturing to Monica. That, I think, would have been a more interesting reboot. I just hate that they had to, like, completely build the school from scratch. That was just really irritating. Anyway. That's my thought process on it. I'm interested in knowing yours. Especially if you're a fan of the previous movies. I want to know what you think about the remakes. So, initially I was going to do Electrified. I haven't seen that one. But my daughter and I watched the live action one. And oh boy. I have a lot to say about that one, but we'll wait for that next time. Then I have to write the script for it. So, if you're interested in hearing what I have to think about that, subscribe. And I am sorry these videos are late. I still have to edit this too, so there's that. So, just click on whichever like button you think is appropriate for this video. Subscribe for more reviews. I do have a huge list of movies that I'm going to review. And there is going to be a clear, like, view on what I'm doing. Just let me know what you like about reviews. Things go well, I might do skits here and there. Especially to, like, prove a point. Like I did with my, Penn State video. I love that. And what I did with Cool Cat. About the slow motion, that was great. People loved it. So, let me know what you think. Go ahead. If there's something about my critique you didn't like, let me know. I'm not the kind that will filter out bad critiques. Only filters out terrible comments. I've only had to delete one, actually, and that was just the person saying that I effing suck, so... It's like, oh, okay, that's nice. I know. Delete. So I guess until next time, stay white and nerdy.